Hi, Pop Culture Pals. It's Cynthia, and I'm here with another haul. A lot of what we found today came from a garage sale that we landed on quite accidentally. We were looking for an estate sale in the area. Saw some signs, and we thought we'd take a chance. And we found somebody selling off a ton of toys from the 80s, mostly, and 90s. Lots and lots of games, and I left a lot of games behind because we just don't do well selling games. I know there's people that do really well with them. And we picked up a few items that, again, what's funny is once we got them home, we realized there's not a lot of value in what we bought, but they were kind of all things that we just couldn't leave behind because they're just really up our alley. And they were so inexpensive. He was asking $1 for each of the items that I'll point out to you, and in the end didn't even charge us that much. So let's dive right in. The first thing was this, I thought, really cool Star Trek Crew Members Exploration Pack. He had a Star Trek game too. I don't buy a lot of Star Trek stuff just because there's so much of it out there, but I thought this was really different. It's from the Star Trek experience. And let me show you what's in here. Let's see if I can get it. I thought this was quite fun. So it comes with an official logbook, which has pages for your star date, your official log as captain of the ship. Sorry. This is a big poster. Let's see if I can get it in the way that you can see it. So this is a map of the Federation of Planets. You can see the Klingon Empire over there. Tricky to get the whole thing. It's so glossy. That's also making it harder. Sorry. It comes with a sheet of stickers that you can use on your star map, which is this other map poster that comes in here. This one's even crazier. I won't open the whole thing because it's really big. But you can see it's kind of like a color form, just big star map. And then, unfortunately, but it kind of really almost doesn't matter, they've already punched out the, I think it was a communicator. I'll show you the bits. Here's an official fact file. Oh, look, we can learn about Vulcans. There is a set of glasses, Star Trek 3D kind of glasses, and then pieces to create like a paper she filled her name in on that. That's okay. Like a communicator out of paper. So punched up, but it seems to all be here. So I thought this was really fun, but I saw online that even sealed ones, complete sealed ones that aren't punched out at all, are barely selling in the $10 range. Oh, the stickers glow in the dark. So, I mean, this one's open and a little bit used. So, I don't know. I'm just really surprised that it isn't worth more. So, I might just have to hold out until, more of them are sold and put ours up. I think it's kind of fun. Or maybe the reason they're not selling is because they are sealed and they don't look that cool from the box, but when you take it apart and look at the pieces, it's fun. So this, again, I don't like to buy board games. They are a pain in the neck to store, pain in the neck to sell, to mail, but it was ET and I couldn't resist. I actually should have learned my lesson. I had an ET puzzle for a really long time that I could not give away and actually ended up redonating. I have sold ET action figures and things, so it seems to be a very specific fandom. Cute game with, let me show you the board. Very complex looking board. An ET in the corner. And I guess the goal is to collect the puzzle pieces to make the landing site, and then there's supposed to be a ship. And I say supposed to be because there's a couple of missing pieces. It does come with E.T. and his ghost costume. Now, here's the funny thing about games on eBay is this, and the dice alone have sold for $12. The game itself barely sells for $12. So as much as it might pain me to throw away the box, I might be better off just selling the bits, because the shipping on the bits is going to be nothing compared to the shipping on the whole box. The cards that come in the game are all here. There's costume cards and then that. And there is this puzzle that I guess you use to build the landing strip. And the puzzle's missing one piece, which is important. And there's supposed to be a rocket ship, and there's only one piece of that, and the other piece is missing. So it's not a complete game, which means I probably won't even get $12 for it. So I would be better off. And here's the funny thing too. People are more likely to pay you $12 to ship them just this than to buy the whole game when they only need just this and toss them out. So you can charge more. They will pay more for the item they're missing than they will to buy the whole thing and get rid of the pieces they don't need. It's kind of weird, but I get it, because it's the same thing I'm saying. I feel really awful throwing out the box and maybe even the board to just sell the other pieces. But that may be what I have to do, because like I said, selling the whole game, there's a lot of money in the game. But for $1, couldn't leave it behind. I also picked up this crazy thing. I don't know why. I just thought the art in it was really funny. Wagon soda. I don't know what this is from. It's got this hillbilly art on it. Old-fashioned soda. chuckwagonsoda.com. It's so delicious. So I guess apparently it's an actual soda company that turned this out. The art was neat because it was kind of this caricature art that was clearly designed. Well, she's clearly designed to, I feel like, to look like someone. And it's a tin, kind of inside. I wouldn't drink out of it. And the funny thing is, there's actually a bunch of these up on eBay. So they do sell in the $10 range. I paid, again, probably 50 cents total for it. So I thought I'd give it a shot. This is something else that I got at that same garage sale that is worthless. Actually, no, I picked this up. It doesn't even matter. I picked this up at an estate sale with a bunch of other things. It's Simpsons sticky notes. It's Homer. I can't read what it says. I like these real Saturdays, unlike fake Saturdays that almost got me fired. I don't know what that means. It does look like a dog too at the bottom of it. I think it was attached to something else, maybe. I don't know. But they're virtually worthless, so I don't know. I might use it, or I might redonate it, or maybe if I get some other Simpsons things, I will do something with it. But yeah, again, kind of sad. Simpsons, worthless. So I should say, this is a box. This listing, this haul has a lot of misses in it that I'm sad about. That being one of them. This is another weird. I just grabbed it because it was cool looking. It is a Wookiee. Did you know that's a Wookiee? I can't believe that's a Wookiee. It is a Hero Click, but it's unlike the Hero Clicks I've ever seen because it's huge. The Hero Clicks I know are like this big. Again, he's got a little bit of value on his own. There's a bunch of them listed. He might sell for a couple bucks if I felt like dealing with him, but I might not bother. I have a couple other Star Wars figures that maybe I'll put him with or something. This is another thing I'm bad about. I love these little action figures and all, and I can't resist picking them up. And most of the time, they're worthless. I will pat myself on the back for the fact that there was a bag of toys at an estate sale we went to, and what I liked in it is there was a Gargoyles figure, but his wings looked like they were broken off, or maybe they just removed. Well, I couldn't really tell. But she wanted $10 for this bag of like partial. Some of them were McDonald's toys, some of them were action figures that were broken up, and I just that's crazy at an estate sale. $10 for this bag of miscellaneous broken action figures. Was there a $10 action figure in there? Possibly. The Gargoyles might have been if his wings were intact and not completely broken. But, that was a chance. So I was really surprised that she was charging it. And so I didn't buy it. I walked away, and you know what's really amazing? I said to her $10 was too much because I thought some of the toys inside were just pieces and they weren't the full-eyed toy. And she went, oh, well. And didn't even offer to bring the price down at all. I was kind of surprised at that. That's one estate sale company that we don't go to that often for that reason. And actually, if you go back to one of my costume hauls, I think it was on my other channel though, I had a problem. This same estate sale company quoted me a price on costumes and then kind of accused me of stacking more stuff in the box, which isn't what happened, and then charged me double. And then I realized when I left, actually charged me even more than that. But in all the confusion, I paid and realized, yeah, I got overcharged. This was just a quick grab too. It's a magnet. I'd never seen this before. 40 Years of Adventure at Disneyland. This was obviously an event they were running. Very Indiana Jones looking in the writing. I thought that was kind of cute, and have not seen one like that before. This was a throw-in at the last minute. This I actually found at Salvation Army for $1.99. I do pretty well with troll dolls. They can be hit and miss price-wise. Troll dolls almost always sell. The question is how old they are, and there's rust dolls, and there's slight variations. So, yeah. So this is a treasure troll with a wish stone, not to be confused with a wish Nick, which is another kind of troll doll. And I got it mostly because it was in the package. Not a lot of money in it. You know, I might get $10 for it if somebody's really looking for the blue one and doesn't have it. A little bit of a pain, I mean, with the pack because of this extra piece at the top. If people don't care. I mean, it's kind of folded, so it kind of doesn't matter if I fold it some more. But yeah, I would not have paid more than $2 for this. But it is cute in the box. Ace Novelties, I thought it might have a date. Surprisingly, it does not have a date. Ace Novelty Company. I'm thinking 90s. Definitely not a troll like from my era when I was a kid. That would be worth some bucks. We're going to save that for a minute, and then we're going to talk about these. I grabbed a couple books. I do not normally buy kids or vintage books, but again, I was at a sale where it wasn't really going to add much to my total, so I thought I'd take a chance. This is the Happy Hollisters, which is pre-Meyer. I think this is from the 50s, very early 50s, 53. This looks like a first printing. It's got some nice art in it. I might actually read it. It looks kind of fun. I did not read Happy Hollister books when I was a kid, but I do recall people talking about them. And this particular one actually isn't that rare. The condition's pretty good considering the age. But there are ones up, you know, and it might be a $10 book. It's got some wear on the edges, and I guess it did have a dust cover at some point. So if somebody's, you know, a starter collection looking for Happy Hollisters, that's a good one. I had hopes for these, but the condition on them is really killing me. So these are old Mary Poppins, P.L. Travers Mary Poppins, not Disney Mary Poppins. If you watch the Saving Mr. Banks movie, you'll be familiar. The trouble is these are former library books, and this one's not in bad shape. This one is from 1962. It was originally written in 1934. Wow, I didn't realize, even after having seen that movie, I didn't realize they went back that far. And this was a 62 edition. You know, the books, obviously, that the Mary Poppins movie was based on. It does have some issues. You can see some staining here. I probably shouldn't even have bothered grabbing them. They're in pretty bad condition. That was the best of them. This one, oh, this one's got real issues. Look at this. I shouldn't even... Yeah, I think this one's going to just have to go in the trash, as much as that pains me. It's just really awful. But having said that, we just sold a first edition copy of Jaws that had a lot of this brown staining on the side, and it still sold for like $14. But this is really bad here because of this binding issue here with the glue, and then this. Yeah, I don't know. That just feels pretty yucky. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about those. They might not be worth messing with. This is something not quite pop culture, but something else I like to buy when I get a chance. So this is a vintage hat from Wagon, very high-end company. They wanted $15 for it, but I got on half price day. I paid $7, which again is more than I like to pay, but I was having a very bad buying morning today, and I couldn't find anything that I liked anywhere. I couldn't find anything. I just couldn't find anything at the garage sales and all I was going to. Most of this is from the other day. So I ended up overpaying because I really wanted to buy something. It's a terrible reason, but I liked it, especially liked it because of this pin on the front. And then it's this funky, it looks like beading, but it's really not. It's like a stiff braid that's all woven together. It's pretty cool. I think it's got to be from the 50s, maybe the 60s, but I'm thinking almost 50s. I don't know if Wagon's still in business. And I looked, some Wagon hats, vintage hats, like only sell for like 10 or 15. Other ones go up into the 50 range. So we'll see. I think it's really cool. Somebody who likes to wear true vintage, it's a pretty cool hat. Very cool hat. I also grabbed this scarf. We're hit and miss with scarves, and like I said, I mostly bought it because I was looking for something to buy at this sale. It's a Crier, assuming, made in Switzerland, silk scarf. It's got a little bit of a mark in the center, but overall, it's a pretty, just a nice geometric blue-green pattern. Thought I'd give it a shot. But I paid, between this and the hat, I paid $10, which kind of disturbing considering how much I can get for $10 at another sale. I did also pick up while I was out, but my son took them, I think, already. A couple of video games and a Nintendo case for a DS, I think. All video gaming items go to him to sell. And if you did see my last video, you remember I got this REM promo Viewmaster. I went back to the same estate sale and found tucked in a box of the DVDs this REM promo item. I'm not going to pull it apart, but it's basically this. It's called Out of Time. It's got the CD inside, and it's got a pack of postcards inside, and it's a little pain to undo, so I'm not going to undo it right now. But I thought this was kind of fun. I could put them together, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? Should I sell them together or separately? I don't know. I did have other big thing, but now I don't know if I want to put it all together in this video. I got a huge, let me show if I can just show it to you over the edge here. Oh, all my stuff down there. A huge box of rubber ducks. Here, I'll show you a couple of them. Hang on. This one and this one and this one. So I got so the same place the garage sale I got all the other garage sale stuff. I got this giant box of rubber ducks. Again, he charged me about $1 for the whole box. I had no idea if they had value. I just thought they were kind of fun. So this is one of these celebrity ducks. It's Betty Boop, obviously, but she's got a mark on her wing there, which is very obvious and kind of a pain. But she is a 4th edition celebrity duck. You can get her in her package for, a decent price. So I don't know if there's going to be any value in that. This is a little Sturgis 2008 duck. He actually might be the most valuable one in the bunch. He might be worth 10 on his own because it looks like they make one for like different years, and there's a collection of these. There's a bunch of ducks about this size in different clothing, like military garb. There's a bank one. There's a couple of cowboys. A fireman. I might end up putting all of them together, except for this one probably. And this one is a Lush Bud by Design Room, Bud product. And I don't know if it's Lush as in, I'm assuming Lush as in the makeup company, but it's a funky, like, jaguar duck. I don't know. But he's still in his box, and he does sell on his own for like $11. Again, I thought these were really cute, and I thought they might be worth, the whole box of ducks might be worth more than they're turning out to be worth. I tried to convince myself, and I haven't been doing it, to make giant lots of things like this. Like literally, instead of breaking up all these ducks, I probably should just sell one big lot of all of them and put them on auction and just get the money and move on. Because piecemealing them out is going to probably be a pain in the neck, and all the time it's going to take me to photograph all these little ducks is crazy. So I might make one lot, maybe I'll make 2 lots, but that's what I'm thinking on the ducks. So finally, the last thing is this. Shh. Now, I picked him up the first day at his estate sale, and then I put him back. And you know what I just realized? Something very important is missing. Oh, it's up there. Hang on, I have to grab it. I don't think I should do this yet. Okay. The estate sale that we went to belonged to a woman who did ceramics. And I couldn't leave without buying at least one of her pieces. And this is the one I chose. It's this sort of scary wood nymph baby. It's part of a tree, but there's a face in there. And it's really funny because my sister has a tree near her house that looks like it has a face in it like this. So, yeah, kind of funky. I just realized what time it is. I wonder if they're still open today. I almost want to go buy more of these. So, yeah, so pretty. And I did want to not leave all of her stuff behind, so I thought I'd grab this, and we're going to keep this ourselves as a souvenir of our travels. The woman made so many beautiful pieces. It was such a shame. A lot of them were unfinished, and it was such a shame to see them not get sold. Anyway, so the final thing, shoot, and I just looked at what time it is, too. I think they close at 2 today, which means if I wanted to go back, I won't make it. Darn. The final piece, oh no, there's one more piece. I keep saying final and I was wrong. So I picked these up from the same house. These are Tuck 2 cat suede cat sneakers. You know, I'm just now realizing that the sticker inside looks like a Goodwill sticker. I bet you she got these from the Goodwill. Look at that. That's part of a Goodwill sticker, isn't it? Or a Salvation Army sticker. I just had... Yeah, not Salvation Army. That's a Goodwill sticker. So these potentially could sell for $35. They do have a little bit of condition issues, but the bases are super on them. But you know what? I might end up keeping them for myself because they fit me. And they're really cozy. So don't forget to buy for yourself. Estate sales. Okay, finally. Furby baby. What do you think? Come on, baby. Come on. Now, look, of course, he doesn't want to pay attention now. Let's see. Let's hit his reset button. Come on. Of course, before I started the video, he was carrying on. Let's listen to his battery case. He's got his batteries all in here snug. I can't believe he's not working now. These things are crazy. He does have his tag, which is why I kind of grabbed him. He's fun. He's white and fuzzy. And literally, could his batteries have run out? What is going on? He was absolutely working. Well, I was going to sort of surprise you with my talking Furby, but I wonder if the batteries ran out because these are new well, I say they're new batteries. They are new-ish batteries. I put new batteries in, but Come on. There he goes. Don't sleep, Furby. Hi. Hey. That's all you're going to do is sleep constantly? I don't know. Maybe I don't remember how Furbies worked. But I thought once you woke them up, they talk more. I guess that's all he's going to say. These things are frustrating. Now I remember why I didn't buy him in the first place. So I might, I don't know, if Selim is working, if I look up online, I can find out why he's constantly going to sleep and what to do to stop that. But I thought he was pretty cute, and I said considering, I probably paid all the 25 cents for him, it was worth buying because he had his tags. And I assumed, like I said, that he works when he feels like it. Let's see what it says. Furby need May and hugs and when you take your Furby home, you will never be alone. The more you play, the more you do, the more Furby will keep amazing you. Well, Furby's not amazing me so much anymore. Furby's mostly asleep. And I don't know what's going on. So, if you have a Furby at home and you know how to activate this thing, because I'm pretty sure he's supposed to stay awake once he wakes up and play with me. So, I don't know if it means his batteries are going. Hi. And right to sleep again. So, I don't know. Apparently, he's just really tired from all this estate sale shopping. So, I'll leave him over here and let him and see if he leave his batteries on and see if he wakes up for me at some point. Has recharged or what's up with him. But that's what I've got to show you today. Did you go to any estate sales or garage sales this week? I would love to hear about what you found. And I would also always welcome your opinions on the things I bought. I did find a lot of cute things this week, but from a financial standpoint, I don't think I had any real home runs here. I might be able to flip some of it, but I have a feeling my heart won out over my head a little too much this week. We shall see. I'll see you guys hopefully on Sunday, where we'll talk about the DVDs I watched this week. And if you're only into my hauls, then we'll have another one, I hope, next week.